moments. That's going to be a problem for them today.
Very difficult balancing act for Paris FC coming here. They've almost negotiated the opening quarter of an hour without too much alarm, really. And they possibly had the best chance, and it looked like they might have been away again. Pulled back by the referee's whistle to get the free kick. Would have wanted the advantage maybe after Jean-Francois's challenge. It was a rather blatant one.
I think she thought the ball was still there, and not knowing, you know when you're told to, as a centre-back, to go into midfield, make sure, if the ball goes past you, the player doesn't. And I think she still thought at least the ball was still around. But yeah, I think that is a good decision from the referee.
Can't really have any complaints over the caution, can she? First name taken is that of Aurélien Jean-Francois against her former club. And here's the free kick that will follow. Into a dangerous area. Mathieu was a little isolated in trying to meet it.
Yeah, quite disappointing from a set-piece perspective. The two set pieces they have, it's just like a ball into an isolated player rather than, any coordinated movements together to try and free up someone to really attack the ball coming into the box.
Yeah, brought Boutel up from the back, who was close to getting something on that, but not quite close enough. Spent a lot of her season, or her career anyway, in midfield, but has been at centre-back of late for Paris FC. There's Karshawi again. Who's more often than not in plenty of space to assess her initial options. The Almeida. They look to build from the back with Jean-Francois. Jackie Groenen, little touch for Hamraoui as well. And again, space for Karshawi. He just slipped at the point of contact when trying to deliver that into the danger area.
You can still see players really still trying to adjust to the pitch, isn't it? The more you commit to striking a ball, the more kind of your feet come off the floor, and that's what happened to Karshawi there. But I think if PSG really moved this ball at speed, switch the play, get out on the fullbacks, even on the right-hand side, Baltimore coming in and Ashley Lawrence getting a lot higher, they could really penetrate down the sides. That's where the space is against this Paris FC team. But it just seems sometimes the ball's a little bit slow, whether that's the pitch or whether that's the pace that's put on the ball.
Bourdieu was the target there for Paris FC, but it's safely guided back by Jean-Francois to Bouhadi. As I mentioned, one goal has been enough for PSG in the last 3 league victories against Montpellier, Bordeaux and Guingamp. Soyer clearly caught by Jackie Groenen.
It's great play by Soyer. She clearly looks to come inside, but as you come inside, if you chip the ball off the ground, naturally as a defender, your leg's going to come up and stop the player. So it's really clever just to dink it over her foot, but that looks a painful one. But really clever play from the fullback. Here you go, look, chip it over her, that's it. The defender's always going to stick a leg out just to stop you. I think it's just natural reaction.
Certainly knew what was coming, I think. Also on the way, this free kick for Paris FC. It's another opportunity for them. Set pieces could be a big part of their story today. Rebovau, the centre-back, waiting to take it. Height and distance on that. And they try to keep it alive far side, appealing for some reward, but it's not going to be forthcoming.
Much better ball that was, really deep. Tierney looks like she got the first contact, albeit on her arm, I think. But it looked a little bit more coordinated, like they knew where they were aiming for.
And here come Paris Saint-Germain. Options either side.
Hey! Hey!
Well-timed challenge, as it had to be. There wasn't much margin for error in making that one.
It's a really well-timed tackle. Grace Guerrero eating up the ground. That's what she does best. She travels with the ball so well. But that's a wonderful tackle by Grobowal, coming over and covering.
Got back really well to deny Vangsgaard, who's getting her opportunity in the starting lineup in the absence of Diani. Toto hasn't played all season, of course, after that injury suffered at the European Championship. Just highlights PSG's strength in depth. Vangsgaard added to the squad in January. There's the corner. Defended emphatically initially. No way through for Ashley Lawrence. There hasn't been too much in it, really, in these opening 20 minutes.
No, not really. It's played out as you would expect, isn't it? PSG having a lot of the ball.
And now we're then losing it. For a moment, Guerrero thought she'd won it back, but the whistle has gone, as it was always likely to, I guess.
But I think for Paris FC, you've got to be pleased with the opening 20 minutes. You know, your structure out of possession is compact. You know, you're forcing PSG to go down the sides, and then when you look to link up and draw fouls like that. You know, they've certainly been competitive in the opening 20 minutes.
Promising position again for those in pink right now. And they weren't quite able to profit from it. Again, the referee's whistle goes in favour of Grace Guerrero, the captain. It's a fairly formidable front three, though, for Paris FC, with the addition of Lewis Fleury this season. Bourdieu and Matteo, both amongst the goals last year and again in the current campaign. Successive draws at Bordeaux and at home to Guingamp before that loss at Lyon last time out, those 3 weeks ago. They had won 4 on the bounce prior to that. They look for a repeat of last season's third-place finish, which brought with it a place in the Champions League qualifiers. Lost on penalties to Roma back at the start of the season in that competition. But it has whetted the appetite to try and return. Vangsgaard had made the run here. Guided back to the goalkeeper. Cool heads required. De Almeida. And a few to try and pick out. This is Sondi Baltimore. He just put a little bit too much on that. Well, Out of Football has